All right, Rob, I have the Kia Seltos pulled up for you. Before we actually go out there and take it for a ride, I do want to go over a couple things with you. So we do put our vehicles through an inspection, make sure that everything is up to snuff mechanically and legal for you as well. That inspection does take about 4 or so hours, just so we can check all of our boxes, make sure that everything is obviously up to our standards and yours as well. After that inspection, we do clean the vehicle. Do that for 2 reasons. First reason is obviously so it looks beautiful on your drive home today. And the second reason is so if there was anything hiding behind that dirt or dust or whatever it was that was on it before we cleaned it, we could take care of those before you actually took it for a ride today. I also took it for a ride myself, just to make sure that everything obviously is working as it should. It does work. I'm excited for you to experience that as well. Go over the vehicle with you, take you over some features, advantages, and benefits. First thing we'll do is actually go over to the Wisconsin Buyer's Guide. All right, so here's that Wisconsin Buyer's Guide that I mentioned. It has everything on here that shows what we've inspected the vehicle, everything in our legal check as well. This vehicle is a certified pre-owned unit, so it does come with a couple of different benefits. One of those benefits is a 12-month, 12,000 mile platinum warranty. You have the opportunity to extend that a little bit later on as well. Make sure to go over that with you a little bit later in our process. Want to follow me over to the hood of the vehicle, go over some stuff in here with you. All right. Now, mechanical or not, this is one of the most important parts of the vehicle because at the end of the day, it can end up costing you the most money. Another reason why I wanted to mention that to you is just another way that we try to save you money is we give oil changes for the entire time that you own the vehicle, every 6 months or 6,000 miles. So if you drive a lot, you might get more than 2 oil changes a year. Another thing I want to touch on is the 1.6 liter 4-cylinder turbo engine, both a leader in performance and economy. So basically, if you have to be on time anywhere you got to go, obviously going to be able to get there in a timely fashion, if not early, as well as saving gas along the way, spending a lot less time at gas stations as well. You can also see how clean the engine bay is. We again take a high quality approach to everything that we do here at Van Horn, just to make sure that everything is clean and up to your standards as well as ours as well. If you want to follow me to the other side of the vehicle, go through a couple of the back seat features with you as well. One thing I want to notice is just how much space there is in the back seat there. I know that you mentioned that you have a couple of kids, 2 to be exact, 2 teenagers. They should have no issue at all fitting in the seats back here. And if you decide to have another one, you could obviously fit them in there as well. Might be a little snug, but just upgrade to a new vehicle then. At that point, I also want to point out the Syntex seating material. 2 reasons why I want to point that out is 1, if there are any messes, it's super easy to clean up. But at the end of the day, if there is something that is sticky or something tears the seats or anything like that, you do have the option to get Galaxy Shield, which is basically going to cover your seats and the exterior vehicle for the entire time that you own it. Again, it's just going to cover those rips, tears, stains, make sure the vehicle looks as new as possible for as long as possible. If you want to follow me to the back of the vehicle, I'll go over a couple more features with you back here. Now, you mentioned to me that your sons play a lot of sports, football and soccer. I don't know how they do that because they're in the same season, but hey, you got to do what you got to do. So, plenty of space for their football equipment. I know that you have to get pads. Same thing for soccer. You have to have a lot of soccer balls. Anything that you got to fit for those sporting events, you can fit them in this trunk here with no problem at all. And if for whatever reason you want to hide that super expensive sporting equipment, it also has this back seat, or sorry, cargo space protector, just kind of covering up what your cargo looks like. You also have carpet floor mats that come with this one. You have the opportunity a little bit later on to get a upgraded set of WeatherTech mats. Make sure to show you what that looks like a little bit later on as well. If you want to follow me to the front of the vehicle, I have you take a seat in the driver's seat and go over a couple more features with the inside. A couple of things I want to go over with you in here is that you're going to notice that you have heated seats on both the driver and the passenger side. Basically, what that means to you is that when you're in a cold day in the winter, it's not really that going to be it's not going to be that cold for you because you're going to have heated seats. You're going to keep your butt warm and ultimately drive a lot more comfortable. And another thing I want to point out is you have adaptive cruise in this vehicle. So on those longer drives, you mentioned to me you like to go camping a lot. In that case, when you're driving, the 2-3 hours, you're gonna have adaptive cruise. You're also gonna have something that sets your level. So how close you follow vehicles, how far away you follow vehicles. At the end of the day, if someone in front of you is going slower than you have set speed, it'll slow down for you, let your vehicle do the driving for you. It also has lane keep assist, means that it'll just keep you in the lane, so it kind of goes hand in hand with that adaptive cruise control. Those longer drives, really it just makes driving a walk in the park. Any questions before we take it for a test drive?